Before you enter any trade, you should already know three things: where you're entering, where you're taking profit, and the exact point where the setup is invalidated. Most traders don't lose because they chose the wrong coin. They lose because they try to make those decisions after the trade is already live, when fear, greed, and panic have taken over. That's how winning trades get closed too early and losing trades stay open far too long. In this video, I'll show you how Nexia scans the market for stronger setups and turns them into a complete data-backed trading plan before any money is put at risk. Finding a token that might move is only one small part of trading. Before entering, you need to understand the wider market. You need to find a setup that matches your trading style. You need an entry that makes sense structurally, a stop loss that defines when the idea is wrong, realistic take profit levels, and a risk to reward ratio that justifies taking the trade. And ideally, you should understand why those levels were chosen, but doing all of that properly takes time. You can spend hours opening charts and scanning tokens. And even then, technical analysis can involve concepts such as market structure, liquidity, fair value gaps, momentum, volatility, and multi-time frame confirmation. A lot of traders either don't understand all of those factors yet, or they understand them individually but struggle to combine them into one clear decision. So they skip the planning stage. They see a chart that looks promising, enter the trade, and only then start deciding where to take profit, when to exit, and how much loss they're willing to accept, while fear and greed are already influencing every decision. That is when emotion takes control. Nexia takes what normally requires hours of chart scanning, technical analysis, and decision making and turns it into one connected trading process. It filters the noise, narrows the market down to the opportunities worth your attention, and transforms complex analysis into something clear and actionable before emotion has a chance to interfere. It's not simply more market data. It's a repeatable system designed to help you make better informed decisions with greater discipline and consistency. The process starts with market pulse. Before deciding what to trade, you first need to understand the environment you are trading in. Is the market trending or ranging? Is sentiment improving or deteriorating? Is volatility normal? Are major economic events approaching? And does the current session justify taking risk at all? Market Pulse brings the broader market context together before you start looking for individual setups. Because the answer isn't always to find another trade. Sometimes the most disciplined decision is to wait. Once you understand the market environment, the screener helps answer the next question. What is actually worth trading? Instead of manually opening charts across the entire market, Nexia continuously scans and ranks potential setups across more than 100 supported tokens. You can choose between scalp, swing, and position modes, depending on the kind of trade you're looking for. It evaluates both long and short opportunities and narrows the market down to the setups most worth investigating. That doesn't mean every token at the top of the screener should automatically be traded. The screener finds the opportunity. The analysis determines whether there is a valid plan. Once you find a setup worth exploring, Nexia performs the technical analysis and turns it into a complete trading plan. It gives you the trade direction, entry zone, structural stop loss and invalidation level, 3 take profit targets, risk to reward ratio, confidence score, and a clear explanation of the reasoning behind the setup. Nexia also tells you whether the trade is ready to enter now or whether you should wait for price to reach a particular level. And if the full analysis determines that the setup is too risky, Nexia will tell you that too, helping you avoid trades that may look promising on the surface but lack the underlying technical strength needed to justify the risk. Instead of spending hours analyzing charts and then trying to make decisions while a trade is already moving, you begin with the important decisions already defined. You know where to enter, where to take profit, where the idea is proven wrong, and why the trade makes sense in the first place. That gives you a clear, data-backed plan to follow before fear, greed, or panic can take control. Once a trade is finished, it moves into the journal. This is where trading becomes a process that can actually be measured and improved. The journal tracks your completed setups, results, win rate, performance in R, and wider trading history. But it isn't only about whether a trade made or lost money. It also helps you look at the quality of your execution. Did you wait for the planned entry? Did you respect the stop loss? Did you follow the take profit structure? Did you execute the plan or abandon it once the market started moving? A winning trade can still be executed badly, and a losing trade can still be a good decision if the setup was valid, the risk was controlled, and the plan was followed correctly. Behind this 4-step workflow, Nexia analyzes 10 timeframes across more than 100 tokens, processing over 25,000 live data points. The platform also includes technical indicator heat maps, market data, a built-in risk calculator, community features, and additional tools. But the amount of data isn't the main point. The point is what Nexia does with it. It turns the information into a process that a trader can understand, follow, and learn from. Nexia was built around a simple idea. Before your money enters the market, your plan should already be complete. You should know what you're waiting for, where you intend to enter, where profits will be taken, where the setup becomes invalid, and why the trade is worth considering in the first place. And we've seen what that kind of structure can produce. During our 90-day live market beta, Nexia generated setups recorded a 63% win rate, 34% reached all 3 take profit targets, and the overall results produced a 2.74 profit factor. Those results are historical, and they won't be repeated by every trader. Market conditions change, and execution, position sizing, and discipline all affect the outcome. But the real value of Nexia goes beyond the result of any single trade. It gives you a repeatable process, one that helps you avoid impulsive entries, manage risk before emotion takes over, understand the reasoning behind every setup, and track your decisions so you can learn what works and what needs to improve. Because becoming a better trader isn't just about being profitable. It's about understanding why your decisions work, controlling your risk, following a clear process, and becoming more disciplined and consistent over time. That's why we built Nexia. Nexia is live now, and you can try the full platform free for 7 days through the link in the description. On this channel, we'll be breaking down each part of Nexia in more detail, documenting real trades from setup to result, and putting the platform to the test through trading challenges and live market examples. So subscribe if you want to see how Nexia performs in real conditions, and how to build a more structured, disciplined approach to trading. Trade with a plan, not a prediction.